So I'm hearing that Mr. Esposito is calling for a revolution. I'm going to have to see this clip before I say anything, but that's highly dangerous. Let me check this out here.
This is time for a revolution. It's time for it, and they don't even know that's what they're starting. You know, some very rich old white men are exerting their power to suppress our own people, thus creating a feeling of civil war in the streets, preparing the haters to hate, teaching them how to shoot. They're not even trained right, to kill. This is all a preparation for a very insidious problem that's happening in our world. And for me, I have to speak out that we will not be iced out.
It sounds like propaganda to me right now.
This is not going to happen. They can't take us all down. If the whole world showed up on Putin's doorstep or on the Iranian's doorstep or in Washington, it would they'll kill 550 million, however, but the rest of us would survive with
Are you going to be on the front lines?
This is time for a revolution. It's time for it, and they don't even know that's what they're starting. But we have to be strong enough to know that we can change the world. We have to change it from within. So if I'm spiritually ready and right,
I'm not down with none of this Civil War stuff that's going on. You know what I'm saying? I think it's in extremely rare situations is war the answer.
you know, and I'm ready to understand other people and to agree to disagree with them and say, okay, let's find a solution together. Then that starts to change things. Not by deporting immigrants, not by killing brown and even.
He keeps saying it's funny. They always do that. Immigrants, it's illegal immigrants that they're deporting. And I just went over those numbers the other day. You know what I'm saying? Like there are other presidents that deported more people than Trump did, and Trump keeps getting office. You know what I'm saying? It's like, come on, man. I just wish that people would say things with full transparency when they're talking about it. Like, I would appreciate if you're down, if you're a person that just can't stand ICE and the way that you can articulate your ideas without telling half-truths or not saying everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have way more respect for the people that can articulate their point without hiding certain facts, certain situations. You know what I'm saying? And in a process like this, there are going to be fumbles. There's going to be problems. Just like there are problems every single day in law enforcement. But people aren't making a big stink about our normal law enforcement. The cops. Like this every single day. No one's talking about a revolution. No one's talking about all this other stuff. Okay? More cops are good people than are bad people. You get rid of the bad ones and let the good ones continue to do their job. If you got bad ICE agents, you get rid of them. You have them pay the price for whatever it is that they did, and you let the good ones continue to do their job. And that is remove people that are illegal, that came here illegally. Like Arnold said, come here the right way. Come on, do it now. Ow, ow.
White people on the street. It's crossing over now, and believe me, this is gonna really spark the nature of so many people who are gonna show up and say, no more. I'm mad as hell, and I'm not gonna take it anymore.
Look, just powerful people of several different colors and ethnicities that are pushing a lot of this stuff. So I don't know what he's talking about there, but that's very dangerous to talk like that. Very dangerous. I would never try to put batteries in people's backs like that, to mobilize people like that. Somebody they can't take us all down. Well, I hope he shows up on the front lines if that's what happens. Nah. I told y'all before, okay? When people are doing something that's illegal, I'm not going to sit there and, I'm not running out there and in the cold or the heat, flipping out over people getting arrested for something that they shouldn't have did. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just no. I'm more of a tough love type of person. You know what I'm saying? Even with I had a few friends that were arrested, and I remember a couple of my boys. They went to see them in jail or prison or whatever. They asked me did I want to go. I was like, nah. And I remember I was working weekends anyway. I had to work anyway, but it was one of those things. It was like I was always the voice of reason amongst my friends. Always the voice of reason. You know what I'm saying? If they was going to do something wrong, if they were going to do something illegal, I never wanted to do it. I never wanted to go along with anything that they were doing. So the most I've done, I smoked some weed before, I never did any underage drinking though, but I did some weed smoking. But I didn't smoke weed either until I was 18. I don't know how old you gotta be, but I mean, it was illegal at the time. So, yeah. So I did, a certain amount of bad stuff as far as smoking weed, but I stopped smoking that because felt like it gave me some heart palpitations one time. And I was like, nah, I'm done with it. That was the last time that I've ever smoked weed. But, yeah, it's just one of those things, man. If it's illegal, stay away from it and try to, to do your best to do it the peaceful, legal way, no matter what it is. You know what I'm saying? And people always say, oh, one time slavery was legal too. Yeah. Those extreme cases, maybe revolution or certain things are, needed. But this isn't highly extreme. This isn't a highly extreme situation where you've got people enslaved working in fields and you're killing their children and their husbands and their wives and you're, selling off their children and selling off the wife or selling off the husband, or got breeding plantations where, people are being treated like animals just like a slave factory, just spitting the babies out and selling them. And, now it's, come on now. People always try to, compare it. That's only thing that I see in the comments with people that are talking about that. Oh, slavery was legal at one time, so, go. They always, it's not the same thing. It's far from it. So, like I said, and Trump campaigned on this. So I'm like, people voted for it. And people say, well, we didn't vote for the way that they're doing it. You're telling me they were never masked up? Ever? ICE was just the first time that ICE masked themselves up? And also it's a different time because social media is huge. And people love trying to dox those ICE agents. You know what I'm saying? It's a different time. So if they're masked up and they never were masked up before, I get why. I have a friend that's in law enforcement, a particular division, and they go in masked up. You know what I'm saying? And I remember I was somewhere with him and he saw somebody that they were in particular watching. He told me, I think this dude recognizes me. He was like, come over here, move over here. You know what I'm saying? So it was that type of situation, and it's not just protect them, but protect their families and friends and, everything else. So, different time. If ICE never wore masks before, but all of a sudden they just start wearing them now, I can see if maybe people were uneducated, why they might be mad. But if not, if you are educated and you know why, it's like, okay, well, if they never wore them and now they wear them because of the doxing thing in social media, well, I get why. Like, you know what I'm saying? But, yeah, whatever. Post your comments down below. Let me know what you all think. If you enjoyed what I had to say, hit the like button, subscribe, and share. I always try to be fair. You know what I'm saying? Trump said that they would deport you, but they would help you come back legally. Okay. I already told you guys, if I was a person that wanted to immigrate to the United States, I would have immediately made a plan for myself as young as I could have. As soon as I had it in my mind, I want to go to the United States. I would get a job and start saving. No matter how long it took. Whatever it costs to get this and that done, I'd be saving. Because you know how it is. You know what I mean? Even some of the most poorest people that you see just in the United States, they always got the newest phone, they always got the hottest sneaks, the flyest clothes, but then they talk about they're poor. People know how to save for what's truly a major goal for them. You get what I'm saying? So no matter how hard it might be, I'm going to figure out a way to do it right because I don't want to get sent back home. Because that's being sent back to square one. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I feel about the situation. I feel bad for the children that did not choose this life. And I feel bad for the people that were bussed in, that were sold a dream and just said, hey, vote for Joe Biden or Kamala Harris. Everything's going to be just fine. I feel bad for them because they were sold a dream. You know what I'm saying? They thought everything was going to be okay. They thought they were going to make it right for them. Those are the ones I feel bad for, you know. But you just, like, you know, a lot of people keep forgetting, like, there's a lot of immigrants that come here that do not give a flying about Americans, really. But they like the benefits of being American. There are plenty of ones that are very good people. I've met plenty of them that came here the right way, great people. Some of the best people you ever meet in your life. But some people, they out here fighting in the streets over people that don't even care. Some of them criminals out here taking out our people, our children, our women, and they out there fighting, rolling around the street with ice over it. That's insanity to me. 10 million subscribers.